What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Fragrance Attorney. Thanks for spending some of your time with me today. I appreciate you being here. Hope you're feeling good, and I hope everything about your day and your life is going well so far. And if it's not, let's pray that it gets better, and let's have some fun here. Let's talk about some fragrances. So I'm going to be going through my very first ever weekly rotation. I like this format of video. At least I like to watch this format of video because it offers up a pretty good variety, and you never know what you're going to get, and you can actually see what I'm using. So about to put it all out on display here for you. Let's start here with the fragrance that I wore last Monday. So this is Hugo Reversed, and very distinct canteen bottle style here with this one. You get a large, I believe 4.2 ounce for around the $20 to $25 amount if you get this at Ross Dress for Less, which is where it pops up all the time. It pretty much pops up at all the discount rack store type places. And this one has a very similar scent profile to Roja Parfum's Elysium. However, it's going to be more of a designer take. You know, don't expect the same complexity as a $300 plus niche fragrance. Let's manage our expectations a little bit with this one. But for the price point and kind of what it's emulating, it's a great starter entry point into vetiver fragrances, and it's a really great summer fragrance or a day use fragrance, something that is really easy to throw on, makes a great gift for somebody that's maybe getting into fragrances, is newer, and you want something that is going to be very mass appealing, non-offensive, and really tough to find someone that's not going to like, at least, you know, think it's a decent fragrance. So I have compared some other Elysium type similar fragrances before, mainly Imperium, and for right now I'm actually leaning more towards Hugo Reverse. So if you're looking for Elysium on a budget, check out Hugo Reverse. It's going to get you in the same vein with that vetiver, airy, grapefruit, ozonic, kind of very airy, fresh, slightly, I guess, woody, but mostly like grapefruit, citrusy, fresh fragrance that is similar to Elysium, but in a more designer-friendly way. All right, next one up we have on Tuesday, I wore Narciso Rodriguez for him, Bleu Noir Eau de Parfum. Very long name per fragrance, but it's excellent. It's really a phenomenal, fantastic, any positive word that you want to use to describe this fragrance, that's what it is. This is one of those fragrances that if I just had to keep one for the rest of my life and I had to get rid of everything else, this may be the one that I keep out of my entire collection. It's that good. You get a woodiness. It's a really musk-forward fragrance while maintaining that blue mass appeal vibe as well. It smells really high quality. I think I paid around $45 for this 50 ml. So definitely you're getting a quality fragrance that exceeds the price point that you're paying. So good value. Really like this bottle design. I think it's very classy looking. And I've had 3 or 4 complete strangers stop me and ask me what I'm wearing. So I don't really base how much I like a fragrance from compliments, but anytime that happens, I think at least subconsciously, if we're going to be honest, that has, you know, at least somewhat of a role to play in how much we favor certain fragrances, even if we're not willing to admit that it plays a role. When complete random strangers are stopping you and telling you that you smell great, you're gonna have some positive affiliations with whatever scent that you were wearing that day. So Bleu Noir Eau de Parfum, man, you pretty much got to blind buy this one. But if you like blue fragrances, if you like musky fragrances, woody, masculine fragrances that also have a touch of a blue aspect to them, check out Bleu Noir Eau de Parfum. I think it's the best one in the line. Yeah, Curly was not wrong about this one, guys. Definitely a banger. Check that one out. Next we have on Wednesday. So in the morning, sometimes I wear 2 fragrances, one to the gym and then one later on. I wore Lhomme Cologne Bleu. That was the first one that I pulled out. And this is a really, I guess, fresh and easygoing take on the Lhomme scent profile. The ginger is reined back if you're familiar with the original Lhomme and how that smells. You get more of this geranium feel to it. You get more of like a C note, aquatic type feel to it. It doesn't last more than a couple hours, but for what I was using it for just going to the gym and just kind of having a fresh fragrance to start the day, it's really perfect for that. The smell is phenomenal. The smell is incredible, guys. And if you're willing to, have only about 3-4 hours of performance, but you value smell at the top of your hierarchy of importance, check out Lhomme Cologne Bleu, especially if you like light blue, C-note heavy fragrances. You're going to really enjoy that one. And later on that day, sorry, just hit the camera there. I usually like to go with something a little warmer or spicier with a little bit more richness in the evening, but on Wednesday I went back to another freshie. This is Tumi Awake, and I've talked about this one a little bit. And this is it's not going to blow your mind, this fragrance. It's not going to be something that you may have not smelled before, but it's just kind of a personal one that I really enjoy, even though it does kind of have a generic smell to it. It's Tumi's Bleu fragrance. It's got this bergamot citrus prominence to it, and it has really phenomenal performance. So you usually want to start your day with this one, and it's going to kind of carry you through. But for some reason, I decided to go with this one later on in the afternoon. But never a bad time for Tumi Awaken. Really is really versatile. You can use it any time of day, any season. And also with these Tumi fragrances, they claim to have a certain patent that makes their fragrance last longer. I'm not sure if that's just a selling point or if there's some truth to that, but I do get great performance out of Awaken. And if you like Awaken, you're probably going to really like Awaken Distilled. That was announced about a week after I bought this one. But, I'm not mad because I really love the original still, and don't really feel the need to have both, but really either one is excellent. If I had to start over and I had to pick one, I'd probably go with the Distilled. It has a little bit more refinement, has a little bit more character to it, but I'm still happy to wear the original Awaken from Tumi. And a pretty cool cap design. It locks into place, and it's pretty unique to Tumi. I haven't seen any other fragrances use that locking mechanism before. That's pretty cool. All right, so let's keep it going to Thursday now. So Thursday started off the day with what is my favorite cologne right now. This is Jean Lowe Immortal, or Jean Lowe Immortal by Maison Alhambra. This is a clone of Louis Vuitton L'Immensité. It does have a magnetic cap, but definitely do not want to pick it up by the cap because it's not that strong, but it's strong enough at least for the cap to stay on there securely. So it's got that going for it. This is a very spicy ginger forward fragrance, but it's also got a ton of ambroxan in there. So it has that fresh dry down that ambroxan fragrances have. And the performance is insane. This is like a $35 fragrance that lasts 12 plus hours. I had someone give me a compliment on this fragrance like 13 hours in one day that I wore it, and I was outside all day and still they could smell me 13 hours later. It's got crazy performance and really smells close to L'Immensité. It's maybe not as watery and not as airy as L'Immensité. It's got a little bit more of that Middle Eastern spice to it, which I really don't mind at all. Spicy ginger, a little bit of citrus, a little bit of woodiness, and a bunch of ambroxan. Not the most complicated fragrance, but sometimes less is more in music, in art, and sometimes also in fragrance. It really works. It smells great. Jean Lowe Immortal, Maison Alhambra. Really great fragrance for the mid-$30 price range. It's my favorite cologne right now. I think I already said that though. All right, next one. Later that night, Nuit de Lhomme, cardamom, masterpiece, beautiful date night smell that everybody is pretty much familiar with, so I won't spend too much time on it. But this is one that I like to go with in the evenings when I just want to relax. It's kind of one of my wind down scents, one of my favorite ones to just chill out with at home. Usually if I'm going to go out, I'm going to use Bleu Electrique, and more so for around the house, just go with the original. If you like cardamom, this is kind of one that you got to get your nose on at least, and chances are you're going to want to get a bottle. This is my second bottle of this already. Love this stuff, and it's come down in price a lot. You can sometimes find the 100 ml in the $65 range, so look around and get a good price on it, and probably going to like it if you like cardamom. Next one, so that was the evening time on Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, so this is what I wore on Friday. This is Le Parfum, more cardamom, except now we got some iris, we got a little bit of that tonka bean / vanilla base of the original Le, and still the best flanker in the line in my opinion. A great date night scent, a great going out scent. It's got a little bit of sweetness to it. It's got a bit of this like cotton candy, milk chocolate cotton candy type smell, I guess, to it in the way that it comes across. I've smelled the new Elixir and not a huge fan of vanilla benzoin fragrances, which that one is, so definitely prefer the cardamom iris combo and the way that this one is composed much more than the new Elixir. So if you're gonna get one, get this one. This is another one where the price has gone down a lot. I saw on a discounter you could get like the big bottle for $70, so really high quality, great scent profile. Jean Paul Gaultier, Le Parfum. Don't let the bottle throw you off. It's a really great fragrance, guys. All right, Saturday now. Saturday I was working and I went with Coach Bleu. Just wanted something easygoing. This one gets overlooked a lot because the Coach for Men line is really good, and this one is probably the least favorite for a lot of people. And as far as where I'd rank it, I'd also probably rank it toward the bottom of the Coach for Men fragrances, but that doesn't mean it's a bad fragrance. I actually really like this fragrance. It's one of my favorite juniper berry fragrances. It's not normally a note that I'm super into, but the way it's done here, I really enjoy. And also one thing that sets this one off is the lime note, I believe, in there that is very prominent in the opening, that really gives it this zinginess, gives us this sharp sparkle, this citrus, just juicy, beautiful nature to it. So Coach Bleu, you can usually get this one at a good price at discounters. It's got that mass appeal, it's got that freshness, it's got that versatility, it's got a little bit more of a youthful leaning edge to it, but if you like blue fragrances that have a combo of freshness and sweetness with a nice lime tropical kind of note in there as well, check out Coach Bleu. And if you're a fan of the other ones in the line, you're probably gonna like Coach Bleu. All right, wrapping it up with my last day, Sunday. So this is a new one in my collection. This is during the day, Bois de Cedre, I don't know, hopefully I'm not butchering that, by Karl Lagerfeld. And this fragrance is a 50 ml that I got for $16 on Amazon. So at that price point, went and gambled with the blind buy, and I'm happy I did because I really like this fragrance. I think this cap is kind of cool, even though it's just plastic. I don't know. Kind of looks cool. This bottle really sold me. I really like this gradient blue with the blue liquid in there. It's quite nice for $16, and it's pretty thick glass as well. This one has got a strong laundry detergent vibe, so it's a fresh, clean fragrance, but it's more in that soapiness type of a fresh and clean. Admittedly, I don't get that much cedar in here. It's more so in the base, so the name kind of may throw you off a little bit if you're just expecting a super woody fragrance. This is more of a fresh, soapy, clean type of a fragrance. And the main note that I get here is a violet leaf that gives it that freshness. So if you like stuff like Burberry Touch, you're probably going to like this. And admittedly, violet leaf is not really a note that I love a whole lot. You know, I do respect Burberry Touch and Fahrenheit and violet leaf heavy fragrances that are really popular. Mercedes-Benz Man, like, I got respect for them, but personally I'm not a huge fan of them, and I ended up selling my bottle of Burberry Touch just because I never really was going for it, so I figured I might as well just sell it to someone that will get some use out of it. But this is one violet leaf fragrance that I really enjoy, and I've worn a couple times, and every time I've really enjoyed it, and it's one that I would wear again. So violet leaf, freshy, done in a good way, good quality for $16. Nice bottle, worth getting for $16, definitely. Bois de Cedre, Karl Lagerfeld. And finally, the final fragrance of this list. On Sunday night, I went with this beast. I've been saving this one for last. Give you guys a little treat here, because this is Together With You Always. This is a clone of Stronger With You, absolutely. I talked about this one a little bit in my last video, and I got this for $15. This was found in the cheapy, no box area of TJ Maxx, and usually I just go glance right by those fragrances, don't even give them the time of day. But the thing that caught my eye about this one is the bottle style, and I was like, oh, well, I wonder what that's cloning, right? I'm being sarcastic. So I wanted to at least put my nose on it and just like see what this smells like, because I've never smelled Stronger With You, absolutely. I have fragrances that smell like the original Stronger With You, but never absolutely, which I know for a lot of people is their favorite one in the line. I smelled this, put it down, and kept smelling it, and I was like, okay, imagine that I didn't see that this was $15. Would I think differently about it? Because it smells great. Like, I'm trying not to like it, but I can't not like it because it is so good. It's got this strong chocolatey note to it. You get this rum, slight booziness, maybe like a cognac booziness with this like chestnut nuttiness as well. And you're getting a lot in this $15 fragrance. I was really shocked at how good this was. Like I said, usually these no box fragrances are not even worth the $10 to $15 that you're going to spend on them, but in this case, this is well worth $15. Probably worth like even like 30, maybe even more. It doesn't smell cheap. Smells pretty great quality, especially for the price. And guys, look at this atomizer. This atomizer is insane. Look at that. That is nuts. That is like a really good pressurized atomizer. So I like the bottle. The smell is definitely not coming across as too cheap. It's pretty unique as far as my collection. It's cloning, a very appealing fragrance. It's perfect for this time of year. If you guys see this one out, there's no box. Just give it a spray on your arm. See what you think about it. Together With You always. Let's hype this one up a little bit because it's definitely worth $15 if you come across it. All right, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this format of video. Let me know if you want me to keep doing these weekly rotation videos, and I will do my best to keep it up. Keep smelling great out there, everybody. Keep feeling great. Keep spreading that positive energy to yourself, your family, and unto others. Keep being excellent gentlemen of the Fragrance Fraternity. I appreciate you all. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, everybody. Later.